Is it possible that Barbara won't be Harley Quinn in season 4?
Any theories on how the show, or if the show will choose how to explain how Jim Gordon will later decide to name his daughter Barbara after dating such a psycho?
Don't talk about my girlfriend like that.
Mary's gonna get snippy.
There's so many different canons. I think that's that we shepherded superbly by Jeff Johns. But there's so many different canons, different variants. It's a very good question, very valid question. But nothing necessarily needs to adhere to it. It is our interpretation of that world. So what names and words coincide. Could they be or could they not be? And that's, in a way, the point of our show, really. But it's a valid point, but not necessarily. It's a weird one, isn't it?
It's driven me crazy since like the first, since it started. It's like, how in the world can you do that?
Yeah.
Like this.
But also, like
maybe we'll find out in season 4.
Maybe you face your fears that way. It's like, okay, you know what?
Right.
I'll show you.
I like that.
Go the other way. Lean into it.
Yeah, because I know Gordon is one of those guys who's not afraid of a lot, and so I think maybe to show or maybe Barbara could become good again, and then they can get really close, and then he can something. I'm just making up stuff. I don't know anything.
Oh, that's interesting. Did freaking David, is because that's how they pronounce his name in this video, and apparently that's how you say it, although I have an uncle named David, and he spells it the exact same way, but hey, tomato, tomato, am I right? Anyways, did he just confirm that Barbara is in season 4? I think so, although I've been saying that since the finale. I didn't think she was gonna die. They love her on Gotham. I have my theory about her being Harley Quinn, and especially with the way that season finale happened. You know, I thought she would be Harley Quinn, although I don't know if I played this part of the video yet, but if I haven't, here it is.
By the way, cut to tomorrow in the Hollywood Reporter. David Mazouz, just like the Harley Quinn rumor he started last time.
Don't you, Drew? Don't you start.
We kept that rumor going in Portland, didn't we?
Oh,
David, that is all I've heard lately about people coming up to me and saying, David said.
I didn't say it. I texted him when I read it. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I miss?
With that information right there, it's possible that maybe she's not going to be Harley Quinn. Although the biggest thing here is it looks like she is confirmed for season 4. But I wanted to talk about this because some people sent me this, are like, hey, is Barbara not going to be this? Like, look at what, you know, David said about this whole thing. I found it so hilarious that, you know, Ivy herself, I'm forgetting her name right now, was talking about the whole Harley Quinn rumor that everybody was talking about, how Harley Quinn was going to be on the finale, and that didn't happen. So they kind of just like, maybe that was the whole, a bunch of comic book sites just taking some words out of context, and maybe there was never a plan for Harley Quinn. Although, David wasn't the first one to actually say that about Harley Quinn being on the finale. That also came from some other producers as well. So, I don't know, maybe producers, as we know for Gotham, they say a lot of things and then they kind of take them away. So maybe the whole Harley Quinn thing, they step back, maybe they watch some Juice from the Box videos and they're like, dude, we need to stop this now. Either way, it looks like the Harley Quinn thing for the season 3 finale might have got blown out of proportion, especially, at least what David said on, you know, from his end of the whole thing, and especially with this interview here. But they were joking about, you know, what he said about Barbara maybe coming back, you know, maybe she gets good again, and they have a relationship, and then it goes from there. That, of course, stemmed from the question, like, how the hell is Gordon ever gonna name his kid Barbara with dating crazy Barbara, which is something I've talked about a million times, that it makes no sense for him to name his daughter Barbara, although the cast had their own suggestions here.
Maybe it's his mom's name.
Maybe he just really likes the name Barbara.
With all of that out of the way, what I wanted to talk about is, I don't think that I'm gonna stick with my theory that she's gonna be Harley Quinn. I'm sticking with that theory. I don't know what else they would do with her character in season 4. Like, I know he says maybe she's gonna get good again, but let's not forget, guys, they already did that storyline in season 2. Wasn't it the second half of season 2? After she came back out of her coma, she tried to be good again for Jim, but he was already with Lee and things weren't going to happen, and then she went crazy, and that's all the whole thing. You know, that was everything that happened there. Or was that the start of season 3? I don't know. I mix all these seasons together so much because I've been covering them for so long. But yeah, I feel like Gotham already did that storyline where she tried to be good again. She tried to win Gordon back. I just don't see it happening again. And especially now that we know that Lee is coming back, the whole Gordon-Lee thing is probably going to happen. Don't forget that I don't know if they're married already, but, you know, Gordon and Lee are fiancés in real life. So I don't know if they're going to be like, oh, let's just keep that romance going together. You know, they're apart, then they're together, they're apart. But we'll see if Gordon ever gets back with Barbara, which I don't see that happening. And then with Barbara getting fried and this possible confirmation that she's going to be in season 4, what else do you do with her besides maybe giving her a new memory and making her Harley Quinn? That's my theory on the whole thing, but you know we've talked about that before. But yeah, I just wanted to comment on this because some people were talking about it and like, oh, see, she's not going to be Harley Quinn. I still think my theory is still on the table. I just don't see this happening again. I know he said it at a fan fest, but they say a lot of things at fan fest that has nothing to do with the writers. The writers could be like, oh my God, why did you say that? People are going to think it's our fault or we lied when it came from you guys. But, you know, a lot of them were joking about it. And the reason why I also wanted to mention that is because when you hear things versus when you read things, it's so much easier to believe things that you read opposed to actually getting the real context. And that's why I was like, I gotta find this video where this was found. Took me a while to find that video, but I'm glad I actually found the evidence. Because right there, he seems not like really serious about it. He's like, well, maybe. It's like he came up with the idea on the spot. It didn't sound like he had inside information or anything like that. He seems like one of us where we're just thinking about the show and possibilities of how that could actually work. Because sometimes when these things leak out, they're a little bit more surefire, and it's kind of like joking, like, well, I don't know, you have to wait for season 4. But the way David said it here, it was more like, you know, he was actually coming up with something on the spot. Like, he even had his microphone down. He was like, oh, they could do, like, something like this. It just seemed like he was coming up with his own theory for this whole thing and how Barbara could come back and actually have her, you know, baby named Barbara or whatever, or Gordon, you know, getting back with Barbara or something like that. So, you know, it's something that we've talked about on this show before, or not on this show, but on this channel before, about this show. And I don't know, I think, you know, the only way I can see Gordon naming his kid Barbara is something I mentioned a long time ago, is that Gordon and Lee have a baby, and then Barbara somehow redeems herself by saving both Lee and Gordon, and then, you know, saving Lee when she's having a baby, and maybe she gets shot, she takes a bullet for Lee, or she saved Lee somehow because she just wants to repay Gordon, like, you know, to, like, say she's sorry for everything she's ever done, blah, blah. That's something that could happen in season 4 right there. Maybe her brain is, like, fried and she wants to be a new person, but maybe she's reminded of her past and how shitty she was, and she just wants to make up for all of that. So maybe in the process, she redeems herself, saves Gordon, Lee, their possible baby, if they're gonna have another one, and then to honor her memory because she saved their lives, they named the baby Barbara. But still, even if somebody named Barbara that was crazy and tried to kill you saves your lives, you have to be a really strong person to name your child that, you know, because I don't know, somebody could save my life, but if they ever put me on a spinning board and wanted to throw knives at me and kill me, I don't think I'd be naming my child after them. So yeah, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this, and I wanted to show you guys the actual video of this, because one, it did seem like they kind of cleared up that whole Harley Quinn season finale kind of rumor. It seemed like it was a rumor that got blown out of proportion, so that was kind of cool, and I also wanted to show you the context of, you know, the article some of you guys were sending me about him, you know, David's idea about how Barbara could come back and, you know, get with Gordon or whatever, and they make Barbara Gordon the child, aka Batgirl. But yeah, so that was it. That was the purpose of this video, guys. I do want to know what you think about this interview. The link to that video, the whole interview, because it's actually pretty cool, will be in the link. It will be in the description down below. Sorry, I'm like scatterbrain filming this video right now. But I do want to know your thoughts and theories about Gotham in season 4, and what do you think is going to happen with Barbara in this upcoming season? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, don't forget, if you ever want to support this channel, you can check out the Patreon like these awesome people did, or you can do the OG thing and give this video a like and share it with all of your Gotham buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time.